Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one, okay? When I go live like I am right now. And if you're catching the replay in the future, welcome. It's all good. Tonight, I'm with my my regular family, my what do we call them? Why am I drawing a blank? What is wrong with me? My night owls. We're discussing BMF season 3, episode number 2. The episode is called Magic Markers. Oh, snap. It's called Magic Makers, y'all. Oh my gosh. I don't know what that was so easy to just come out and say magic markers because I'm so used to saying it when I was a kid and all that good stuff. Okay, but whatever. What's up, Ethel Hughes? Win, how are you, honey? I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Michelle Wadler, hopefully AG, Big Smooth, Matthew Wilson, J Mac. What's up, y'all? So what I do want to tell you guys tonight is that I am not going to be doing my my regular breakdown or my regular recap like I normally do. I have lots of things on my plate nowadays, so it's easier for me to just go over some highlights of the episode. But don't worry, some of the things that we might miss tonight, we are going to meet again with the crew on Sunday. So maybe the things that I missed tonight, we can talk about it again on Sunday, okay? And I'm going to be all over the place as well. Normally I go scene by scene and stuff like that. And tonight I'm all over the place and it is all good. It's going to have to be all good, okay? All right, y'all. So I'm actually going to start with Blaze because Blaze is Braxton from freaking Here I Come, Here I Come, Here I Go. Tonight's the night, you can check out my flow. Okay? Freaking Jamie Foxx show. Braxton. But we can't forget that Braxton has played a gangster before on a movie called Original Gangsters. So it's not really that odd to see him in a gangsta type of, whatever. Anyway, Mark Shepard said, "What the freak happens? What are you talking about? Did something happen with the internet? Do you guys not see? Like, what are we doing? I don't understand." But hi and welcome, LSW and Matthew Wilson. Did I say hi to you already? And Little Rock, hi. All right, so we're starting with Blaze. And he is somebody who is an OG gangster, okay, who used to be a cop. He is well connected, y'all, okay? He winds up being someone that Detective Bryant turns to because we know that Detective Bryant needs money to get his son a lawyer. We met the mother in this episode. She's like, I don't know if she's a nurse or what, but we did see her in like scrubs. It doesn't mean she's a nurse. She could be a CNA or anything like that, but she works in the hospital. Okay, she gave him some money because he's like, I need money from wherever, and she said, this is all I have. Like, how did you allow this to happen? And she's blaming him. He's kind of blaming her. Like, she said, I gave him to you for you to become a man and all. He said, wait a minute now, you ain't have time for him. So let's, come down from the high horse, you know what I'm saying, before you get thrown off or whatever, because you didn't have time for him. Maybe she was working too much or something like that. I don't know. But she had to take accountability as well. And she was like, you know what? We both destroyed this family. And it's so sad because it's listen, having a family is, it takes work, but a family of 3 to get destroyed, like, you would think that it would be easier if you just had one child to focus on. But it just goes to show that it's not easy regardless, right? Being a parent. But none of the parents had any time for this poor kid, which is the reason why he probably was pouring into those comics as a way out and a way to connect to something, because he was just lonely, I guess. Poor kid. He's definitely probably dying, guys, because I don't understand why they would show that in the trailer with her in black and him in black and them looking like they're at some type of gravesite. That was so like annoying to me because it's a spoiler. Like, come on now. Anyway, if they're tricking us fine, but I don't know about that. Okay, so anyway, he needs money. He's telling her that he's telling her that he will get a job, like a second job. He'll get 10 jobs if he has to. He'll get a working security and all that, like whatever he has to do. So then later on we see him meeting with Blaze. Okay, and we kind of find out who Blaze is in pieces, because when we first meet him, when he's talking to Detective Howard, we just know that he's connected. He used to be in the game. And Detective Howard's asking him, like, are you still doing that? He says, somebody like me never leaves the game, really. We just kind of, find more laid back ways to do things or whatever, whatever he said. So then later on, we hear Sterl and like Hoop and all of them talking to T about Henrietta, and just so happens that Henrietta is, the daughter of Blaze. Okay, so back to what is his name? Back to Detective Bryant and Blaze. So Detective Bryant is saying that he needs a favor. Basically, he needs a good lawyer and all of that. So, from what it looks like, guys, he's probably going to be working for him. He's going to be working for that money. And then when Henrietta comes in, he tells her, I'm going to send you somebody. Let me know how he does. And she was like, I pick who I want to work for me. Okay. And he was like, yeah, let me know how he does. Like I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically wouldn't be anything without me. You didn't even let me know you was expanding. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm allowing you to do whatever you're going to do and stuff. But you need to remember, you need to respect my brand. You know what I'm saying? Because what you do reflects on me and all of that. Okay. And she's over there. Here it is. I thought you was calling me to take over for you and all of that. So we'll see how this dynamic goes. Okay. And now it kind of reminded me that of what I said last week on Sunday, where I said, maybe she's going to be working with Detective Bryant, and it looks like my little prediction might, be happening. I don't want to jump and say, but I think that's what it looks like. I mean, the connection is right there, and he is saying that I'm going to send you someone, and I'm guessing that it's Detective Bryant. What is he going to be doing for them? I don't freaking know. But Detective Bryant is willing to do whatever at this point to protect his son. Okay. And we already know that, things ain't going to go too well between already. Like, Cena got locked up, guys. I told you I'm going to be all over the place. Cena got locked up. Okay. So now they have to scramble for a connect. Meech is like, oh my gosh, because he's banking on that. He's starting from scratch, but Terry, he still got a little things to play with out there. And so he went to go Sterl set up this meeting with them, with her, Henrietta, and she wants to cut them this deal for like 28 a key or something like that. And he was like, what? Like, this is crazy, for some mediocre stuff. So everything winds up working out with the whole, we're going to talk about that a little later, but everything wound up working out, and T went to go tell her that he's not going to use her anymore. She didn't take too well to that. So this is how I think already, like, they met, they made a deal, everything seems okay, and then now he said, I don't need you, and she's like pissed off, and she's probably going to be ready to go to war with them now. Okay. And plus, if she's trying to expand her territory, she's already looking at it like T was needing me. So I should have been able to, I was going to be able to have kind of like that reign over him and with the territories and all that stuff. But now she's seeing that it ain't going like that. So for me, I'm thinking that it's definitely plausible that her and Bryant are going to team up for the mutual hate of BMF. Okay. Now, what else do we have? So we're going to see what goes on with that. Now these amigos come to the Flannery house looking for Dimitri. Okay. Dimitri. It was kind of hilarious when they actually met up with T, and he was like, who the F is Dimitri? Like, T was being pretty disrespectful. And, T just always be all in his feelings because people want to meet Meech instead of him. He's like, I'm the new Jefe in town and this and that. And he's like, I don't deal with basura because like we heard that you were screwing with whatchamacallit's wife. Like you screwed Boom's wife. So T already has a bad reputation amongst other people in the game, other, heavy hitters, drug dealers, suppliers, all that stuff connects, whatever. And so he really needs to be careful with this. So he wants to solidify himself as a boss in the streets of Detroit, yet he's not coming off very well. His reputation is kind of tarnished already from sleeping with a man's wife. Okay. A lot of people do not like that. Okay. So we find out the Amigos, they knock on the door and they're looking for Dimitri. I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy. Like, who are these people? Like, they were ready to come in. And what's his name? What's the father's name? Charles. He's like, excuse me, he don't live here. Wrong house. You know what I'm saying? Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Right? Wrong house. So go on and get the heck up out of here. And so they got two different hammers. We find out that this guy's name is Loco. Loco got the hammer in the back, he got the the toolie in the back, right in his pants. And then we have Charles with the real hammer. Like, do you understand what this is? Like, you better get out of here before you get cracked upside your head. So they left. And then, Charles was so upset. He went to I think, was it the record company? Are they leaving the record company, or he went to the restaurant? Wherever it is that they're doing business. I don't really remember, guys, right now. He just went to go see T. And T just so happens to be on the phone with Dimitri. Excuse me. And he's telling him, they're talking about the situation, how we need a new travel agent and a new real estate agent, whatever they was called. They're calling the person the agent. That's what they're doing. Okay. And so he's like, is that, I need to talk to you. The father comes in. He's like, I'm on the phone with Meech, Pops. He gets on the phone with Meech like, yo, some guys came here looking for you, this and that. And I told them, that they got the wrong address. Next time I'm going to send them to you so they can freaking be on your front door. You know what I'm saying? And got off the phone or whatever. And so Meech and Terry gather that it was probably people coming because of Senna. Like, Senna got locked up or whatever, so they figure maybe they're sending people to collect some money, or they're tying up loose ends or whatever. But it wind up being that Ty Washington he used to be Ty Washington's connect, and on top of that, Senna sent him to Dimitri. So I'm like, wow, this is pretty interesting. So Meech has really, done well by showing himself as a man who conducts business, and he's fast, rápido, right? And so they respect that. So already his name is ringing bells in the streets, and people are seeking him out to work for him. And that's how you know that this business is definitely flowing, right? Because if one person gets locked up, they got a backup plan where if one connect is gone, then we're going to put you in place with somebody else. So this is pretty cool. Let's see what else we can talk about. His man's Javier is supposed to be the translator, guys, but he's not that good at English himself, because Mr. Loco, he can't speak English either. Loco is really loco, y'all, because when the chick Angel, and we're going to talk about Angel as well, the chick Angel, when she sent them to go meet Santiago freaking Domingo, it looked like she sent them and she set them up and sent them into a trap or whatever, right? And then it was like dead people on the floor, this and that. And Jose, Loco, sheesh, oh my gosh, Loco was in there, and he's like, you need to go, bang bang, like this no good. What did he say? Domingo, that was no the meeting no good, or whatever he said, right? BS. And he said, we gotta go, bang bang. So he knew that the MKs were gonna be rolling up, so they start shooting outside, wilding. This ninja is straight standing up, not taking cover or nothing. We find out why his name is Loco, because the dude does not care. He was not, trying to protect himself, nothing. And he had all the confidence in the world in his men outside. His men done took down all the hitters, the MK hitters, and they out there high-fiving like, yeah, yeah, you know. I was like, what the heck is going on? Yes, AG says smoking a cigar in the shootout. You know, I'm like, what in the world? Big Smooth said the calmness in the shootout. Right. And just standing there though, like it was crazy. I say, yeah, this guy got the right name. Okay, he got the right name, but you know, he's definitely somebody that you cannot like. I want him and Meech to stay cool because he just don't seem like one of those dudes that you support that you know you could cross. He's giving me what is that guy's name from freaking oh, I know his name and I can't remember. I told you not to F me, Tony. He's giving me that vibe from Scarface. Why can't I remember this guy's name? Whatever, one of y'all gonna get it. So he's giving me that vibe. Is it Sosa? He's giving me that vibe, okay? But he's more like he seems to be more lovable. And yeah, I got it first, Dell. Thank you. He's giving me the vibe of Sosa, but he seems to be more like friendly as far as like, you know how at the end they were like, you know, they were kind of bonding, and then he was like, you know, you and me, familia, you know, this and that. And so I'm getting that kind of vibe that we cool and everything, but do not jack anything up, okay? Because this is gonna be a problem. All right. So now, like I said, the amigos, they don't respect Terry. Okay, and as I said before, Terry had to tell Henrietta, and I'm jumping, like I said, because I want to finish this. I'm just going by these notes real quick. That he doesn't need her anymore. And then like in the scene after that, she was screwing Peaches. Peaches makes an appearance again for whatever reason. I just don't know. Maybe they just needed somebody for Henrietta to delete real quick. And you know, she was screwing her with her fake thing. And then I just can't take scenes like that. And then she goes to delete Peaches while they're having sex because Peaches was supposed to hook up with some type of connect or whatever, and she's saying, I don't need that one or I need a better one. Whatever. It was kind of a little bit of a scratch in my head moment for me, but to be honest, I really don't care. I don't care. Okay. Hey Crystal Green. So let's see where else we're at. So Detective Jen and Amerson are getting along better. Okay. They seem to be bonding a little bit, especially after Detective Jen found out that she speaks Mandarin. I mean, because Detective Jen is kind of getting at her a little bit, you know, because she's someone who was born privileged. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, leave the girl alone. I mean, I get it. Detective Jen is right, like, because she's over here pushing for snitching. Amerson, she's pushing for snitching, and she's like, you know, sometimes you got to do things a little differently, you know. And if they want to have some change and everything, they might have to snitch. And she said, Jim was like, yeah, you're saying that because you come from like a sheltered home, or you're born in, you was raised in suburbs and stuff like that. So you don't really understand what snitching means to these people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a freaking death sentence, basically. And you know, she ain't really trying to hear it. But then after that, the father comes and gives Jen's father comes, give more food, like more food, you need food, you're skinny, whatever. So she introduces her new partner, right? Jen introduces a new partner, and then she starts speaking Mandarin. And she's like, I didn't know you spoke Mandarin. I think like as time goes along, Jen is gonna be more what's the word? I don't really know. I can't really think of the word. I had the word now, it went away. But I think she's gonna be more surprised. That's what it is. More surprised at who she finds out that Amerson is, right? Like she found out that Amerson used to use drugs, and she was like, I would have never guessed that. Yeah, and Amerson said, you don't know me. Like you keep saying things to me like you know me, and you're already kind of judging me also, but you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Like give me a chance, fall back. Like I hated my life so much that I just needed an escape, and I turned to drugs. All right. And there you have it with that. Now they're also watching this dude named Cuts, who's been flying under the radar because he's kind of moving outside of the jurisdiction of Drano. Right. So now they feel like they could be all over the place maneuvering as well. And we saw them watching Terry. Okay. And so that's that. They swear up and down that Terry had something to do with Saint's death, which he did. And Amerson keeps saying you're saying that, but you're gonna have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when Jen was like, yeah, well, have you ever heard of that saying that the biggest trick uh is the devil, is that the devil convincing you that he doesn't exist, or something like that, something that comes from Charles Baudelaire or whatever. I say that thing all the time. um Monica says, there's going to be a story with her. Anderson did something in the past. Yeah, probably. She did something in the past. She's definitely got a past. She's not some straightforward chick. And yeah, so we're gonna see how that goes. And guys, also Charles, we hear that he gets the divorce papers because Terry is coming over to get some more of his things. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. But he's coming over to get some of his things. He must see the divorce papers on like the dresser or something like that, or maybe the nightstand, because he's sleeping in Terry's old room now. And he's like, wow, mom's really not playing, huh? And the father's like, no, she is not. Terry says, I hope she doesn't go through with it. And not Charles, T was saying, the only reason why I got into the game was to always help the family. And, I just don't want you to judge me like I haven't judged you for your choices. And one thing that I will say is I do still appreciate that Charles is still trying to give his son good advice, or his son's good advice, sound advice, and saying that, the choices that you make, they affect the people that you love and the people that love you. So you need to be careful about what you're doing. It's not a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because his choice that he made, look how it's affecting the whole family as well. So everybody has to learn from all their choices and what they're doing out here in the home and out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now y'all. So speaking of Charles, honey, now they done went to church, him and Lucille and Nicole, and there's like, I guess that's their new church, and there's gonna be this community event going on for the prenatal care or something like that. And she wants Yvette. Wow, where'd I get that name? Lucille is very excited. She wants to sign up the family. Charles said, I can't have to work. And so meanwhile, we see Nicole over there getting stared at by this kid named Breeze. Okay, y'all wanted Breeze. Listen, they said they want Breeze so bad. We're gonna give them Breeze. Okay, it's just gonna be in a different show because they are fiending for Breeze. So for Breeze, here we go. Here, take them. This how y'all gonna get it. Okay, are y'all happy now? Breeze has come. Okay. Anyway, so he's crushing on my girl Nicole. Nicole likes it because she's like, you staring at me just the way you were staring at me in class. And he's like, you want me to stop? I'll stop. No, I like it. I said, this little girl is something else. Yes, girl. Trolling, honey. Trolling. I love it. Please keep the troll on. Please keep the troll on. Oh my gosh. Yes. Don't say the B word. Okay. So now we have outside, right, as they're doing their little thing. You've got them, Nicole and her mom, at this little like stand, like, by a table and stuff. There's tampons there, all this stuff. Nicole takes one of the box of tampons, try to put it in her bag. The mother was like, Nicole, what are you doing or whatever? She was like, Mom, it's no big deal. Like all my friends do it and stuff. Like, why are you making a big deal out of it? And she was like, you are too young to be using that. The next thing you know, you're going to be trying to find something else up in there. The funny thing about it is I understand where the mother is coming from. I totally get it. But I was actually, before I was sexually active, I was using those because I just found pads very uncomfortable. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I just got to talk about it. And when I say guys, I'm talking about the men up in here. Sorry, y'all. Ladies, you understand. Some of y'all probably don't use them or whatever. Yeah, like it's very uncomfortable. the other way. So anywho, so I totally understand how yeah, pads suck. Seriously, like you try to stand up and you be like, oh my gosh, no. We got to get that tampon going, child. So I totally get it. I understand. It makes me nervous because now even my daughter's asking for them and she's only 14. I'm just like, oh my God. But once again, I can't be a hypocrite because I did it as well and I wasn't sexually active. Right. Don't cough. Don't do nothing. Like, it's serious. It's serious. Being a woman is some work, child. This woman's work. All right. So, but I just thought it was funny how Lucille was like, you gonna find something else up in there. Shoot. Okay, now let's get to this whole thing with Dr. Maurice, y'all. All right, Dr. Maurice gonna come through. Now, I don't have a picture of Dr. Maurice, but I got a picture of what's her name? The mother coming in talking to her daughter, and she's like, we need to have a talk. You're a beautiful young lady, this and that. And Nicole's like, are we about to have the talk? Like, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, Mom, relax. Like, because you mean the way Breeze was looking at me, the way Dr. Maurice was looking at you. And then that cut everything off. She was like, oh, good night, Nicole. Like, because listen, Lucille, guys, she did not know how to act when the man, Dr. freaking Maurice, was over there saying, you still fine, girl, looking good. I'm like, Lucille, what the? Yes. Oh my gosh, AG. Lucille was giggling. She sure was. This lady was blushing. Then she was in the mirror. She was thinking about it and everything, looking at it. She's smoothing her neck and doing, getting ready for bed. Then Charles gonna come in. He trying to get his pillow, and he interrupted her little fantasy thoughts. And she says, what are you doing in here? So I just came to get my pillow. And then he see, you look beautiful. She didn't even bother to say thank you. She said, good night, Charles. I said, dang. So I'm going to say this really quickly about Charles. I'm sorry, not Charles, Dr. Maurice. I don't respect his approach because, and I know some of y'all are probably going to be like, what? But I don't respect his approach because if I'm a woman in that situation, I am, and I'm getting out of my marriage or whatever, and a man wants me, and he knows that I'm still married, you cannot approach me like that. You can't ask me to go out to dinner with you after I just finished telling you that I'm still married. And he said Charles. So he knows Charles is still there. They're still married. She said, I've been juggling work life, marriage life, all of this stuff. And he's like, oh, okay, well, just call me this and that. I don't want a man like that. You know why? Because it shows me that you don't have any integrity and you're willing to mess with a married woman. So why would to me, I feel like Lucille should look at it like this is a red flag. Why would I want to deal with a man who knows that I'm married and he's still pressing me like this? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a man of integrity, you would fall back and just wait for the right time. Instead, she's like, oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could remember exactly how she did it so I could really been up in here impersonating her, guys, because I wanted to so bad. And I think like I went back and watched it. Like when I did the second watch, it was hardly a second watch. I just watched a few other scenes over. Because I watched it really late. I didn't watch it last night. I watched it a few hours ago. But that was just too much. I wouldn't trust a man like that. And so I feel like she's already had a man that stepped out on her while they were married. The last thing you need is a man that's going to show you that he doesn't honor marriage. I don't care how much he wanted you back in the day. He should still respect the fact that you are still married. You're not divorced. To me, it's a red flag. That's all I have to say about that. I like if somebody finds out that I'm married, they back the freak off because that shows that you respect marriage. This man is like, oh, it's just two friends. That's devilish to me. It's just two friends going out to catch up after you done told her that you always wanted to marry her. Negro, please. You better run, girl. Run. Because you about to get a whole nother. You might get somebody worse than Charles messing with him. He's an upgrade when it comes to finance, but he's not an upgrade when it comes to looks, not in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know that she wants to be financially secure. She tired of working at Wendy's. I totally understand. But I once heard somebody tell me, don't take the first thing that comes right after you get out of a relationship. Do not do that. Do not do that. Okay. And she ain't even out of the freaking relationship. Okay, stop. She says giving counterfeit AG. Oh my gosh, he needs to go have several seats, honey. So now we're gonna talk about Angel, y'all. What the heck happened to Angel? So we know that before Loco meets up with Meech, he's still scrambling trying to find a connect, okay? And so he's saying that he wants to like basically get at Glock because he knows Glock has the connect and all that. If he can create some type of friction between all the people, whatever, whatever his plan was. I don't really give two craps right now what his plan was because it didn't matter. We heard this whole plan that he had, and come to find out it wasn't needed because Loco came looking for him, which was great, right? But this is what it was. They needed to get to Angel, and I guess, she's like a headliner, one of the top girls for what's his name, for Greenie, right? And so it seems like everything is going totally fine with Greenie. With him and Greenie, they're getting along. Everything's cool. Greenie is telling him, first of all, please don't go off the Glock. Glock is a very, that dude is something else. You do not want to mess with him. He's a vicious cat. Okay. And I am somebody that I'm not in the game like that anymore. I'm about, the holes in the bankroll and all of that stuff. Like, this is my business here. I don't do the gunplay and all of that other stuff. So, please, just let it go. All right. Because he's trying to say, listen, I'm trying to let you know that, I understand that y'all do things a certain way in the D, but you are in Atlanta. And I think that is something that Meech needs to understand as well. Like, you're an outsider coming in and you're trying to take over and you're trying to be Captain Save a Hole and do this and do that and move in on people's turfs and all that. He's really, it's uncharted territory, and it is kind of it's a little scary, but Meech is brave and I guess never scared. So, whatever. Good thing for his mother's prayers, right? What up, though, OT lungs? Good thing that his mama has been praying for him, okay? Because he done put himself in some dangerous situations, all right? So now he needs to get at Angel because, we find out when he wants to get a name from her. So we find out that, this girl, like, knowing names is her trade, but discretion is what's, that's what she's known for. And she knows that it's what keeps her alive. Like, I'm not about to be out here running my mouth because it keeps me alive. So he's whining and dining her, even though she says that she's not going to give up any information. And she's pretty much loyal to the man who saved her, right? Which is Greenie. She's been in foster care, all this. She's telling her little life story. They're kind of sitting and talking and all that stuff. So here it is that we've got she's saying, I can't go back to Greenie without money, right? And he still let her have money. And he said, how you going to leave without eating or whatever? So, he was throwing on the charm. But one thing I did love about this scene is that he was letting her know that you got to understand that you're worth it. Like, you need to know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you going to stop making money for Greenie and start worrying about yourself, make money for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So she's got this warped mindset, y'all. Unfortunately, these are the kind of girls that the pimps go for, and men like Greenie, they go for the broken girls, the girls that come from foster care or broken homes, fatherless homes, this and that, because they can get in their heads easily. And also, if you create this illusion of a safe space for them, they're going to be loyal to you, because they feel like they can't get that safety anywhere else. Even if you are beating their behinds when you want to or anything like that. It's just, this is something that they feel like they can't get anywhere else, right? And so he is right when he tells her, know your worth. You know what I mean? And she's like, I met a lot of different guys, but I ain't never met nobody like you. Okay. What's up, Torian? So, let me see. AG says, I like how Meech was genuine with Angel. I think they're going to get together in a real relationship. That would be cool. But so the question for me is, right, what happened to her? Because later on we see that there was a dude that she was having an issue with in the club, and Meech came over and was just, ragging and tagging. Okay. So I'm like, yo, Meech, you really got to stop what you're doing out here. Okay. He doesn't even care. All right. All right. So, this is something that Greenie is watching. As I have said, everything was looking good between Greenie and Meech. But once he sees that he's kind of messing with the girl and everything, messing with his bottom chick or whatever, it looked like he had an issue, right? And so she gives him a name. She gives him a little lap dance, and she gives him a name, San Diego, Domingo, or whatever. Tell him where he needs to go and all that, right? And yeah, definitely OT doing a little too much, and almost seeming to be unrealistic, but it may, I don't know. Some people they're blessed in certain situations. They're really covered. Like, seriously, they got some praying parents like this, guys. We can see true life guys has been in some situations, and they're still here. What's up, Candy Love? And so, guys, isn't this the chick that was the jealous sister on P Valley? Because I was looking at her like, where is she from? I think she's the sister from P Valley. Isn't that what's the name's, like, her stepsister, something like that? What is her name? Mississippi. I think that was a stepsister. It was supposed to be the pretty, whatever. Anyway, so neither here nor there. So now, she gave him a lap dance. We know that she gave the name. When they get there, there's a whole bunch of dead people, and we find out Loco is there, and he handled the situation. Everything went smooth. But now the question is, did she set them up? Okay. So yes, this would probably be a scratching my head moment for me, but I think I'm going to get a little deeper on Sunday what my real scratching my head moment is. Okay. Because it like, she doesn't seem like she would have given him the wrong information, but maybe after they had maybe Greenie got a hold of her and had a little talk or something like that, and she told him what she said, and then Greenie kind of interfered and made a little setup or something. I really do not know. Oh, look, OT says they heard the convo. He overheard the convo. Yeah, something. I'm thinking along those lines, right? OT, not exactly that he overheard the convo, but he intercepted somehow, or he probably beat it out of her and she told them, or something like that. But the point is, I think that he found out and he set it up. He made that whole setup happen where Santiago wasn't gonna be there or whatever, but then we had Loco there instead. Don't know why Loco was there. Maybe Loco was following Meech around or whatever, because he wanted to get Meech and meet up with him. Okay. But regardless, where is Angel? She did not show up that night. Okay. And it's funny that we had, what's his name, say, Greenie. He said, thank you for, being a little knight in shining armor, whatever he said, right? And then he said, I can't sell bruised peach, right? And for me, I felt like she's probably already bruised up, because if he's just gonna say he can't sell bruised peach, he probably beat her up somewhere and she has to recover, and she's not gonna be around anywhere for a little while until the bruises on her face heals. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens with that, y'all, because my girl, poor baby, I think she got her behind handed to her. Okay, let's see. He said when he was questioning me, oh, Candy loves that Angel might be going to glory. That could be. I thought about that too. Like, is she dead? You know what I mean? Big Smooth says that Loco is Santiago. I don't know. Santiago is an alias. If that's the case, then so you basically think that if he was an alias and he was the one that was there, Greenie sent the MKs over there to like try to meet them and shoot them up and everything. That could be a possibility. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? What up, Detroit Kings? But I don't know. Okay, so let's talk real quick before I get out of here. Yeah, I told you guys that I'm kind of all over the place. This is kind of like a little highlighted situation. I wasn't really gonna be going scene by scene and all of that. So I have to talk about the fact that T goes back to Wanda after this chick, Markeisha used him, and I said that she used him. Okay. Yeah, AG, I agree. I think that Loco is Loco. Like, yes, he's not anybody else, but we'll see. Ain't this just like a ninja, though? Come on. Out. Okay. So, the sad thing about a lot of times when a dude is messing with a chick and he has another chick, he often does not go back to his original woman unless the freaking chick either he stops liking her, she gets on his nerves, or um you know she dumps him, kind of like what happened with with what's his name, with what are the people, why can't I get nobody's name, Mabel and Charles, kind of the same thing. Mabel called it off because Charles would have probably still been clapping cheeks with Mabel, all right, still to this freaking day, all right. But now he all sad and everything, about to lose his woman to freaking Dr. Maurice. So he goes because he moved all his stuff in, and this chick was crying with her little fake little tears, talking about something. I just, my kids, they think that I got hit by, or that I was in a car accident, and like, they're with my parents. I really thank you for everything you've done with the house and all it. Like, she just straight used him. Okay, like, her eyes lit up when she was in the hospital and he told her that he's gonna get her a house. Okay, I just felt like she was using him. Okay, because she needed a way out, and now she want to sit there and talk about something. I'm still married to Boom, and since when did that mean anything to you, girl? When you were over here being a predator to this little boy, and you used him, and now you would, oh, I'm not breaking up with you, but we just can't live together. Child. Oh my gosh, I cannot. And so that's that. He goes to this chick, and I mean, the baby mama who's pregnant with his second child, and he's running game and saying all this stuff. You're the one that's been down for me, this and that. The one who, I mean, he's basically spitting back what she said to him, that you're the one that's been down for me. I just want to be with my day one, this and that. And I'm going to stay here for a few days if you don't mind, to just make sure everything's safe. Because he did have security outside of her place already. And so, and he's trying to, she said, just to be clear, we're not back together and all of this. And he was like, all right. And then he starts trying to kiss on her and all that, and try to kiss her lips. Like, I know where them lips been. Don't forget, I know where them lips were. Like, she just kind of, she totally just fell for it. Like, oh my gosh. Listen, I cannot. It happens. It freaking happens, unfortunately. So yeah, she's basically, I don't know how far this is gonna go, but she's at the restaurant with him, and now we see that what are the two detectives, they're watching him as he's dining with her, and she's like, I'm so proud of you, Terry, and all of this. And the detectives are watching, they're taking pictures and everything. So this might be how, if they see her with him all the time, I don't know how they're going to get her wrapped up in all of his stuff, but that's probably how they're going to get the little Terry taken away. That's what I'm thinking. But, you know, here it is. What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Uh Big Smooth says blame it on the pregnancy. AG said, bye, Terry. You're the whole reason you and Meech are in prison. Well, Meech is in prison. He out now. Mm-mm-mm. Terry, just like Charles, right? Just I can't with y'all right now. Oh Lord, Markeisha, OT, it's worth it. A whole house. Yeah, I guess so. A whole house for this. I mean, he got played. He got played. Okay, and his brother told him to stay away from that chick. Okay. And then what's the conversation? The last thing he said at the end, I'm always right. Even though he wasn't talking nothing about the whole, Markeisha thing, it's just the fact that he's telling him I'm always right. And so far so good. So far so good. I'm not gonna lie, there have been times where Terry sounds like he had a smarter plan with, just sometimes. And, Meech was probably doing other things that didn't seem right. But then you also had so many times when Terry did the dumbest things for the most part. Okay. So anyway, Detroit, look at y'all hating on Charles and Terry. Yeah, they can both kick rocks. Definitely, they definitely need to be hating on, like, they're trash men. So they should have stayed in school. Yeah, they should have stayed in school. So, y'all, that's pretty much all I had for my highlights. I don't have anything else. I'm trying to see if I have anything else. No, I don't have anything else. That was pretty much it, guys. So we're gonna be coming back on Monday. I said Monday, Sunday. So, Meech is laying on the floor because him and the dude, Loco, they got drunk. They were celebrating, and he was telling him, they were kind of bonding and everything, talking about how he came over on a raft from Cuba, came over on the raft and everything. And, Meech was trying to tell him, that they were pretty much impoverished as well. Had to put like cardboard on the bottom of his shoes and all of that. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, especially the fact that there's a language barrier. And so, but they still, it was still seeming like they were genuinely rocking with each other. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Okay. But like I said earlier, y'all, we cannot play around with this man freaking Loco, because I just kind of know it already that if something goes left, he's going left. It's like it's gonna be a problem. It's definitely gonna be a problem. He's crazy. Okay. What's up, Stephen Harris? How are we doing? Yeah, they cleared them out. The MKs cleared them out. And I'm kind of glad that they did that, because I don't want to be watching like this whole season. I don't want to be in the middle of watching a war. Like, I just, like, come on, I don't want to do that. We didn't see what's his name at all. What is his name? Remy. We didn't see him at all in this episode, which is totally fine. I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up again. But yes, I mean, we saw Henrietta. She doesn't really seem like a character that I'm that interested in. And that's that. So you guys, y'all be safe and be blessed. What's up, Damian Robinson? We're gonna talk a little more. I'm sorry, guys. I told y'all that oh wait, AG saying something. I still think Stacks is playing Meech. I don't think so, because of the fact that the description of him said that he's loyal. So I haven't got that vibe from him. I kind of feel like now that things are going well, and like he was side-eyeing Meech because he's like, you're just coming in here and I don't know anything about what's going on. And Ty would tell me about this and that, and he didn't tell him anything. And so, and I don't know why he wouldn't tell him. The fact that he knew about who his connects were. Well, actually, he did say that he had some other connects. Stack said that. He said that before. Like, if you don't have anything, I could hook you up with some people that I knew as well. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think that he's gonna be somebody to worry about. I hope that it's not the case. But when I went over the what you call that, the trailer breakdown, they did say that his character was a loyal guy, but he challenges Meech's leadership. That was the only thing that they said. So Stephen Harris said Magic Markers episode. It's Magic Makers. I'm laughing because when I was talking about the episode, I said Magic Markers, and the crazy thing is I was gonna say something else. I was trying to make a joke in my head, and as soon as I said it's called Magic, like it just came out. It was called Magic Markers. Freaking idiot! Like I just messed, I just screwed it up, and because I was just thinking about school Magic Markers, and I had to look at the screen too. Like, is it Magic Markers? Let me make sure. Magic Makers, whatever. So. I don't want to see no more pickle belts. You telling me. I like Henrietta as a villain. Hopefully she won't be deleted in one season. AG, I totally disagree, baby. I hope she gets deleted in the next episode, child, because I cannot. And I definitely don't want to be seen, because they done showed her twice they showed her with that daggone strappy with freaking with Peaches twice. And I'm like, really? Like, do we really need to see it? Okay. She got to go, child, please. Tell them why Lucille was being thirsty on the doctor. She needed some attention, child. Shoot, the heck you mean? Her man was giving somebody else attention, being thirsty as heck. So, hey, she felt good. Somebody made her feel good when her man couldn't. That's how y'all ninjas get down, right? If the wife ain't doing her job, or if somebody else, if she ain't making you feel good and your ego being stroked and all that stuff, y'all gonna go out and do what you want to do, right? So why she can't feel like a woman and somebody make her feel like she's beautiful? What's wrong with y'all? Don't be getting on my nerves, Detroit. That's how it is. But here's what I did say, Detroit. I said that she needs to run from him, because to me, the fact that he's pressing her and she's married, I feel like he don't have integrity. I don't give a daggone how long he wanted her since they was younger, this and that. If you find out that the lady is still married, you need to back the heck off. So Lucille needs to run. And that's what I said. You weren't here in the building when I said it, but that's just that. I don't approve of her getting with him, because I don't think he's a good man. Okay, yes, he's an upgrade as far as the money, but that's about it. He probably just as bad as Charles, and she was sitting there like, oh, you haven't had anybody? Like, you didn't have no. He said, yeah, there were others and everything, but I always wanted to marry you, what this and that. Oh, she should have been like, well, I'm still married, so we can't be going out. She still took his number and everything, child. But listen, I'm not judging her. I'm just saying she needs to run. Okay, it does feel good when a man compliments you and stuff like that after your husband dogs you out. It absolutely does feel absolutely freaking wonderful. But does that mean that she's supposed to jump on the next thing smoking, or the next thing that's complimenting her? No. Act like you know your worth, like your son is out here preaching to these hoes. Act like you know your worth, girl, and don't just let any old ninja, I don't care how much money he has, don't let him get all in your head, okay? Because she is on cloud 9 in the mirrors at night, and Charles is messing up her fantasies, okay? Get out of my room, Charles. Get out my room. I'm fantasizing about doctor. Doctor freaking, I don't know. I don't trust the dude. I really don't. Take the compliments and go one way, right? Go on with your day. Exactly. Thank you so much. It feels so wonderful and so beautiful to be appreciated, to understand that there are folks that I still got it, but other than that, no time for you. Okay. Money can't buy. No. Get up out of here. What's up, Tamika's Den? Hi. Get up out of here. He is a transition guy. Right. Which is the reason why she needs to run. Just run for the hills, girl. Just, run for the hills, get into your church thing and do all of that good stuff. And you know what I'm saying? And wait for the real man to come by. The real test is the dude that will wait for you to get a divorce and all of that stuff. And once he find out you married, he gonna keep it pushing and keep his little feelings to himself and everything until he see that it's the right opportunity. Okay? Because if he already don't respect the marriage, then baby, you on the wrong path with this ninja. Okay. And the fact that he's a doctor, he probably got an ego the size of Dagon, a planet or some crap like that. So you really need to be careful with him, because he probably get all types of chicks running after him. Charles didn't really have that much chicks running after him. This dude is a doctor. All right. They probably be throwing drawers at him and doing all kind. And he seemed like he might be a OBGYN too. Girl, put them track shoes on real quick. Put them track shoes on, okay? Because he be digging in the Kit Kat. While he doing the examinations. Like, girl, how that feel? Let me stop. That's not nice. That's not nice. That is not nice. I really need to stop, okay? That is terrible for me to say. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad that I just said that, because you don't want to go to the doctor and feel like the doctor's doing something that, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, they got the little assistant up in there making sure everything is cool. Making sure everything is cool, because they know daggone well. They would get a freaking lawsuit. You understand? Shoot. Child, no. Don't do that, Detroit. I made a mistake. This is the thing. Like, if I would have probably recorded that, I probably would have deleted it and came to my senses like, oh, shoot, that probably wasn't the best thing to say. But, sometimes when you live, it just happens that way. And it's just that. I mean, come on, baby. Child. I could never date a GYN, or up in the Kit Kats. Oh, she's already zigging in honey pots on regular. What are you saying? Ah, gosh, I can't. Doctor said he had plenty of women, but not Lucille. He's been wanting that Kit. Yeah, he has. He's been wanting that Kit Kat. Now, girl, you better go on, Lucille, and run. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say no more. Run, guys. I'm trying to get out of here. So if you got one thing to talk about, you better hurry up and put it in there, because I'm getting out of here. Okay. I'm trying to skedaddle. I was not trying to be up in here for an hour. That always happens every time I say, oh, I'm going to come in here. I'm just be quick. I didn't say that to y'all, though. I didn't say it on purpose, because every time I say I'm going to be fast, you wind up not being fast. Okay. So I didn't even bother to say it this time. But however, comma. Yo, this thing is not working. I'm trying to see what somebody else says something. Oh, Lord. All right, y'all. 2 Pump Chuck got some competition. Charles about to go back across the streets of Mabel. Oh, Monica, I finally made a Friday live. You got to stay a little while. I know, I'm sorry. I just kind of, I didn't take the notes that I normally do with like all of the scenes and stuff. So I kind of said everything that I had to say and then kind of moved on. Oh, here's one thing that I wanted to mention just really quick. Had to do with Detective Jen's dad, and he was like, what happened to the other detective and like your other partner? And she said, oh, he was coloring outside the lines. And the father was like, sometimes coloring outside the lines makes the picture more interesting. And it looked like that kind of like gave her some idea, y'all. So do y'all think that she's gonna be kind of like taking a little page out of Detective Bryant's book? Because I feel like she is, like, she already took some bricks, you know what I'm saying, from what's that guy's name, from Saint's house. So she already up to something. She already coloring outside the lines a little bit. So she might, you know, if her dad said it, she might feel confirmed, you know, in what she's doing. So there you have that. She's pondering on something. Right. She definitely is. She's going to try to do something because she wants a case. She feels, you know, she feels some type of way because that guy, I don't remember his name, one of the detectives over there, she was basically saying the only reason why you guys got all this stuff, you were able to bust K9 and all of this, is because of all of me and Detective Bryant's hard work. And the guy was like, well, you know, this is in last week's episode. He said, well, you know what they say, 1-0-ish cancels out a bunch of 20 attaboys or something like that. So she feels like she has something to prove in, you know, in this moment or this time around. So I feel like she's going to be doing a lot of stuff that she probably shouldn't be doing. But you know, she might have the right partner for it, honey. Cuz Charles going to Atlanta with his son. I don't blame him. He don't never have to worry about smelling them French fries. You talking reckless, child. I think Jen may give Bryant those bricks for Kevin's lawyer. Oh, yeah, we talked about that last week. Jen is going to get caught up trying to set up Terry. Yeah, possibly. Jen already took bricks to save her and Bryant. She definitely up to something. Detroit says Jen was looking good this episode. I think she's pretty regardless. So I think she always looks nice. But she did look, you know, there was something about her with this episode. I think it was her hair, the way she had it. You know, the crazy thing is she's kind of got salt and pepper, but the way she had it laid over and then some of the little hairs coming down. I said, look at this girl with her little style. Okay, Detective Jen, she's a little cutie pie. Stephen Harris says he doesn't like Detective Jen's character in this show because she is a dirty cop. I've never got that from her, because if she was a dirty cop, she wouldn't have been so pissed off about what Detective Bryant did when he hid the gun, you know, would be Mickey, that evidence and all. She would have been okay with that, and she wasn't. Now, I didn't like her when she first came on the scene and they were chasing oh my gosh, I forgot that kid's name. They were chasing him and then she hit him with the car. I didn't like that. But, you know, she also was proving that she knows how to get down and dirty with these street dudes, you know, because Detective Bryant wasn't trying to give her no play either. She's kind of giving the same energy that to Amerson that Detective Bryant gave to her when they first started working together. So, yeah. You know, even when they found Saint's body and Amerson was like, oh, it looks like poetic justice or street justice or whatever. And she said, no, it's not, because this is still somebody's family. You know, he's still a human. And, you know, I may be paraphrasing, but he's still a human. He still got family and things like that. So, nah, she's not dirty. I can't really get behind that one. I'm sorry, babes. Jen has something up her sleeve. Her new partner might start sniffing out Terry's. That's what I think. Because she was too intrigued, okay, when Markeisha said every daggone inch was worth it, okay? Every inch. Oh, Lord. What other show is she on? Detective Jen looks completely different on the other show she is on. What other show is she on? Well, there's a show that I was trying to watch a while ago. It's on HBO. I do not remember what it is. Detroit Kings, if you're still here, I think you were the one that recommended it a while back though. And I tried to get into it. It seems okay. Jarrell Jerome is in it. I love him. He's such a good actor, Jarrell Jerome. I wish you can tell me what it is. I don't know what it is, but that's the next show. I'm not gonna cover it, but that's just a show that I want to watch. I just need to be able to watch shows that I don't have to cover. You know what I'm saying? Because child, it's work. I just want to be able to watch TV and relax, not always have to be like, oh, I gotta talk about this, I gotta talk about that. Oh, that's a good point. Let me write that down. I don't feel like doing that. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, you talking about Jarrell Jerome, right? Oh my gosh, yes. When he won that Emmy, I was like, yeah, he is so amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Kevin is dying this season. I think we all kind of know that, Detroit. But how Detective Bryant doesn't have money for a lawyer, terrible father. I don't know. I mean, that's a great question though, because I feel like he should definitely have money, and also he should have like certain perks and just favor that comes with being a freaking detective. Like what? Remember when we were watching Raising Kanan, like he had the union rep and all of it. Like, what's going on here? Maybe because that's your son? I mean, plenty of sons for detectives and, lawmen, they get a break because of their father being an officer, So I don't understand why we're not getting that for little Kevin. It just don't seem right. Like, even if Kevin has to be locked up, like, can't he go to some place that's like, kind of like where Martha Stewart went, you know what I mean? Like a place that's like minimum security, and you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much safe. They gonna put this kid somewhere where I don't know what's gonna happen, but he probably gets, I don't know if he gets deleted or he deletes himself, but something's gonna happen with the little boy. Okay, but it's sad. She is on East New York. Oh, East New York is the show? Okay. Yeah, Big Smooth. I know it's because he's black, but it's sad. Camp Cupcake or something. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Y'all talking about something different. Nicole meeting Breeze, that might be her new love. I wanna what the writing going to do with the storyline between them. Yeah. We talked about that earlier, y'all, that this was BMF trolling because everybody want Breeze to come so bad on Raising Kanan, so they they done brought Breeze on here. They trolling y'all too. That's what y'all get. And now we gonna be really talking about Breeze. Like, ain't this a freaking mess? A hot mess, yo. We really gonna be talking about Breeze now. I'm here for the troll, baby. Come on with it. Cause I'm tired too. Y'all tired, I got tired. We gonna give them ninjas what they want. They want Breeze. Okay, we got it. And we gonna put him as a youngster so that they could start theorizing. And say that he turned out to be this. But it can't be, right? Because we're in the 90s and stuff, right? So that ain't gonna work. But people be trying to do whatever. I don't care anymore. What's up, Kelly Renee? BMF definitely trolled along with Gianni talking smack. He was talking smack too? They said Breeze was coming, but they didn't say on which show. Okay, thank you. Oh my gosh. And people were like probably chewing it up, eating it up, like Breeze is coming. Yeah, because Breeze is coming. Duh, 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 duh. Get the heck up out of here. Breeze your behind up out of here, okay? Breeze. Yup, that's little. It's. That's what people get. Okay? Come on. Nobody got time for all of this nonsense. He's saying BMF was the best show on TV. I don't even understand the beef and why that's so it's corny to me, especially if 50 Cent is behind both of them. It's definitely made up. I think it's so made up that they just be doing that for publicity. Like every single time BMF is supposed to come on, you hear about them going at it, Tariq and Lil Meech, and then or should I say Michael Rainey Jr. And then when the other show is coming, Power Book 2 Ghosts, same thing. And then you got Braden saying something too, Gianni, like, have a seat in your podcast room. Like, come on now. Ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's definitely a publicity thing for sure. Okay. But guys, I really am leaving and I love you guys. Thank you for the laughs and all of the good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Please be sure to join us, me and the crew, on Sunday when we go over our scratching my head moments, least favorite moments, and favorite moments of the episode, okay? See you guys later. Bye. Thank you, AG.